like 4 times. There it is. Got it.
One and a two and a 1964 tonight. We're talking Goldfinger. I thought it was Eartha Kitt who sang the theme song for this, but apparently it's somebody else. It made me wonder. They do the classic Bond, right, where it's
well, of course. I mean, this is early in the series. At the end,
is it?
I mean, yeah, it's the 3rd movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God somebody did some research. They must have figured it out later. I wondered if they use the different actor for every opening. I'm guessing they do. Probably Pierce Brosnan isn't like, throw the Sean Connery opening in there.
The profile is the actors for each movie.
Right. So this one, when he throws his hand and fires the gun, I really noticed, like, you're not hitting anybody. He throws that fucking hand, shoots it way when it's out of it. You're not killing anybody with that. No,
you haven't seen the Angelina Jolie movie where they can curve bullets.
Oh, yeah, I've Wanted.
Yeah, Wanted.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, James Bond.
Creed Bratton's favorite James McAvoy film.
Right, but James Bond patented that move. I mean, that's where they learned it from.
Oh, he's
yeah.
That's why it's a spiral.
He's throwing the bullet.
I did the spiral.
Exactly.
So 1964.
That Walther P-39, baby.
Russ, how old were you in 1964?
No.
His parents hadn't even graduated yet.
This is the one time where I get to ask you guys.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Negative a lot. How old was your mom in 1964?
I don't know.
My mom was still in high school.
I recently had to fill out paperwork to try and get a passport. Because they reject a lot of applications.
Do they really?
But let's see, 64. I got to do math. 14. My mother was 14 when this movie came out. No, that's totally wrong. 17.
There we go.
17.
He's got it now.
Mother and father. Same here. Yeah. So maybe do some ancestry. We'll get back to it. Get started on that, Googler. Sean Connery in look, it's Quinn.
So Sean Connery launched the 007 series.
Wasn't there a one before him?
Nope. He was the original 007 in Dr. No, the first movie in 1962, directed by Terrence Young.
And oddly enough, Dr. No, not about the sexism that's portrayed and him getting told to stop it. It's completely on another one. And then Thunderball comes out after this one. No. That actually is
Thunderball, yes.
Right. Thunderball. Love when it's referenced in Trainspotting. Still a movie we need to do. Can't click the button because we haven't done it yet.
Haven't done it. But look for it. Eventually it'll be up here or maybe it's there. That's right. It might be down there or somewhere on here.
That fucking lassie got blasted. And no fucking cunts leaving here until we figure out which cunt did it. All right. I can't wait. Beg me. Russ, you picked this movie. Let's hear it. Give it a rating. Give it a grading. Give it a masterful review.
Masterful. Right. No pressure.
I had not seen this movie in a very, very, very long time. I honestly don't.
Raise your hand if you've watched this movie in the last 10 years. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I couldn't even remember watching the whole thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I did this time, and I picked it because it's regarded as the best Bond film. And I wanted.
Are you sure you didn't confuse it with GoldenEye? Like I thought maybe you just goofed it with GoldenEye.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned before that Pierce Brosnan is your favorite Bond.
I thought he meant GoldenEye.
Or was it just Terry Hatcher? Whatever. Go ahead.
All right, keep going. Sorry, my bad.
I thought we were watching Goldmember.
Wait.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, anyways, no, if you look it up online, it's this one, and I think From Russia with Love are the two highest rated.
Really? I don't remember that one at all.
By most critics, I guess.
James Bond purist, I could see it. I mean, it's
And
God, dude.
So I wanted us to talk about
number 2 and 3. All right, keep going.
I wanted us to talk about Sean Connery because we haven't yet.
We absolutely will not talk at all about Sean Connery tonight.
Fuck Sean Connery.
And I wanted us to talk about James Bond.
R.I.P. Don't talk bad about the dead. Come
not
on,
relevant
guy.
anymore. Sorry.
And having watched this movie's probably the most dated movie I feel we've watched.
Talk about
but you just mentioned
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's Wonderful Life. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, but we were talking pre-button hit on what's the oldest movie we've watched. What does It's a Wonderful Life predate this by? Like 20 years?
Yeah, 20 years at least.
No, because it's after World War II.
46.
46.
I think it's a little
18 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that movie didn't rely on any effects or anything though.
Yeah, 46. Look at that.
So I actually think this one was a little bit worse in that regard.
18 years later, though, plenty of racism.
Yeah,
sexism,
but like passive racism. Like
sorry,
he isn't saying racial epithets. You just have an entire crew of Asian henchmen that travel around the world with this. Anyway,
it's obvious that Russ
wore the show.
Russ wore his steel toe boots tonight because we're stomping all over his toes.
Yeah, I'm okay. They're doing all right.
Skip to the end.
But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is this movie's really old. I want to give it a higher rating than I'm going to, but I'm probably not going to watch it again for another 20 years. And I will enjoy that fact. So I'm going to give it a C+.
Huh. Okay. All right.
Still pulling back. Russ, always playing the softball.
Joe, let's show him some hardball. Go for it. Let's show him some thunderball.
Well, I mean, while this isn't a PG show, you all aren't ready for the Thunderballs.
Hey-o.
I'm not in the same ballpark as Russ because I am a James Bond fan. Mom and the family and I, that was a thing. When James Bond was in the theater, we would go see it. I have seen all of them.
No fucking way.
I swear to God, I have seen all of them. I've got lots to say. Sean Connery's a legend. Roger Moore, not my favorite. Pierce
Roger
Brosnan.
Moore definitely, he had his moment in the sun.
I mean,
hey, who was
Roger Moore's actually has acted the most movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's
8, 9, 10, 11,
prolific.
12.
Who was James Bond in between them though? Huh?
George Lazenby for On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I actually enjoyed. I think it's a good movie. He's a good Bond. Definitely decent as a one-off. Anyways, we're not talking about James Bond, the franchise. We're talking about Goldfinger.
That's right.
And Sean Connery. Third movie in the franchise. I love the fact that he had the terry cloth man robe thing with the shorts that he had to put. Like, that was fantastic. The sexism is completely over the top. One of the lead characters is Pussy Galore. They've got an entire squadron of flying pussy that knocks out half the country with their queef. I mean,
stop. Come on.
For me, it's a B in the James Bond verse. It's a B. It's a solid movie. You can't deny its heritage. In the grand scheme of movies, yeah, I'm somewhere there with Russ. See, being an amateur movie critic,
I mean, it deserves a better rating than I gave it, and it created, because of this movie and a couple of the ones before it. Like, we get James Bond, and
A squadron of flying pussies that knocked half the city out with their queef.
You don't have
I'm
to
sorry.
keep saying
No,
that.
I had
on
to
a
say
show
it
that
again.
I
One
take
down.
part
Just
of.
twice. Just twice. I just wanted to make
twice.
sure it's out there. It exists.
Sometime somebody who knows me is going to see my face and hear those words because of this. And
I share
Your
no
politician
affiliations
career
with
will
Russ.
be over. Hey, this is all in the context of a character you play as an amateur movie reviewer for
Amen.
a YouTube
Amen.
show
There we
that
go.
almost nobody watches. But hey, if you do watch it, we love you. You're great.
Jason, Billy, Alex,
we do have
we see you.
George Martinez now. Thank you
George,
for
we
coming
do
in the
a
fold.
subscriber.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Joining
it.
the
It's,
Covenant Film Crew.
You like movies. We like movies. It's good stuff.
He's going to want
next
to see
month
more
we
horror,
have
though.
a surprise guest co-star. George Costanza will be joining the show. So
I don't think so. That's a character from a TV show. Russ, are you off your meds?
Yeah, Russ off his meds.
All right. So
what?
I remember watching James Bond as a kid. I have never stuck with it. It's always fun to watch, but I don't know. My taste for action. We just put out when this show is recorded. We just released a movie that I really enjoyed watching, like a spy movie. This one, it doesn't age well for multiple reasons. Dude, I don't understand, though, why the seagull hat was never a bigger fashion statement. That was dope right there. But then in order to make him look wet after that scene, he just wears silk. Like he's totally dry after he gets out of that water.
Oh,
but he's wearing silk like it's wet. And there's so many holes, it's hard to imagine.
Oh, no. I mean, the double-breasted friggin' tuxedo that comes out from underneath the wetsuit, completely unwrinkled and creased.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Right. All right, it gets a full letter grade for when he's making out with the first chick and he sees the guy coming up from behind him and he spins around so she gets hit in the head. That's comedy gold.
No, that was great.
But I mean, as far as movies go, it's a C. If I'm gonna say, yeah, watch every Bond movie, this isn't one I'm gonna tell you to skip. But overall, like,
Sean Connery does a lot in this movie for laying the groundwork of who Bond is. Now, that being said, that's been built in the novels. But bringing it to the screen, giving that on-screen portrayal, I don't think the James Bond franchise would have been successful as it has been if Sean Connery hadn't been the lead.
No, agreed.
Hadn't been out the gate. I mean, that guy embodied male sexuality and just raw
sexism. Yes, absolutely. I think the big winner out of this movie is the car. It gave us Spy Hunter, and I put in many a quarter trying to figure that out. But you throw it in a high gear and you just run into shit on the road. You got to stay in low gear that whole game, and you're not supposed to. Game's fucking impossible, man. I remember playing that on Nintendo so much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All things being said, oh yeah,
Spy Hunter fucking serious,
dude? Ben,
right. 15 minutes. Here we go, dude. Spy Hunter. They played the Johnny Gunn theme.
Stop.
So good. They had the bulletproof cars, right? That you had to ram off
the oil slick on the dirt road. Come on,
that's right.
Come on, the oil slick on the dirt road.
Smoke screen, and then they got the chopper that comes up, and then you got the semi truck you got to get in the back of.
Dude, that car exploded as soon as it went off the road. It didn't even hit anything, and it just exploded.
So many hours as a kid trying to get better at that game, and it was like, fuck this thing. It's designed to fail. It's bullshit.
So my little nod to Spy Hunter.
Russ got a notification telling him he's too young to know what Spy Hunter's about.
That car.
No, it said to brush my dog's teeth.
This movie, and it was also in the most recent 2021 James Bond movie, No Time to Die. That car lives forever.
The Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm pretty
James
sure
Bond may change.
So just in case we need to refer back on this later, our average review is a C+. I made an Excel spreadsheet. I know it's true.
Oh my God. You've just taken just sucked all the fun out of every episode.
Cool, guys. So you got an average
half.
grade, like commentary and opinions don't matter. So like, subscribe, share, tell your friends that Russ
I
sucks the
love
life out of our show.
gold.
We're done. That's all we need.
We're good.
Okay, so
That's a wrap.
all right. Question, because here's one of the reasons I picked this. Oh, there goes Ben. Never
All
mind.
right, come on. No, keep going.
call
I'm
it.
listening. He can hear. I know. Let's call it.
One of the reasons I picked this movie was because I just feel there's so many like, well, what do you think of this conversations? What, Joe?
All right.
Who is your favorite Bond, and what's your favorite Bond movie that person does?
Oh man, you're not ready for this discussion. This is a discussion.
I'm not ready for this discussion.
Neither of you are.
Do you want to come back to it?
I mean, I'm willing to
next
dive
Bond
into
film we
it
do?
as deep as you guys are. I tell you what, I'll give you the 2-minute highlights. Sean Connery, absolutely fantastic rendition of James Bond for his time, moving forward through time and through movie production value and through
What about
character
space?
development, despite the fact that they're all working from the same basic novel material. I personally was a big fan of Roger Moore. Towards the end, like in A View to Kill, he was too emotional. Timothy Dalton, loved his 2 portrayals. Huge Pierce Brosnan fan. Like if I had to label probably my favorite Bond, it would be Pierce Brosnan. It's a hard toss up between Roger Moore and Pierce
He's
Brosnan.
so
but
cheesy.
I would go. I
Brosnan
like
movies
that.
bring a level of cheese. You know, what's funny
Yeah.
though is
It
I
needed it.
I don't remember Sean Connery's Bond being very campy and funny, and I watched this and was like, "Oh no, there's a ton of comedy in this."
Yeah,
So-
and after the Timothy Dalton renditions, Living Daylights and License to Kill, they were so dark that I think Brosnan actually kind of revived the franchise. I think he brought it back. And Daniel Craig, please somebody replace him.
Well, it's done.
Or
It's gonna be a woman now, I believe.
and or find a different director, because the guys that have directed the last 3 aren't getting it done. I can't even necessarily fault Craig's performance, but the way the last 3 movies have been executed are not James Bond.
Hey, I own Quantum of Solace on PSP, so
Solace.
Quantum of Solace.
I hate so much about
So,
the way
fun
you
fact,
are.
Casino Royale was developed by was directed
Oh,
by
that's what
Martin
I had.
Campbell.
That's what I had. Casino Royale. My bad.
Right, which is
Sorry,
Craig's
Casino Royale.
Royale,
Which one?
Asshole. On PSP, Casino Royale.
which
Oh.
was directed by Mark Campbell, who did Goldeneye in
Mark
1995.
Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
Martin Campbell.
Oh, from Campbell Soup fame.
I'm fucking so done with you right now, dude. I'm so done.
Martin from the TV show Martin with Martin Lawrence.
Somebody other than you does a little bit of research, and this is what I get.
Yes.
This is what I fucking get.
Yes.
So wait, before
Wait.
too many interruptions happen, you picked Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
who-
Brosnan.
This just goes to show how different Joe and I are. Pierce Brosnan is my least favorite, and Daniel Craig is my favorite. So
All right.
suck it, Joe. But
I
there was a
I mean, but
two-parter-
give me a reason. Like, why is Daniel Craig better than Pierce Brosnan? What's Daniel Craig being to the screen? Because I feel like Daniel Craig is really wooden in the
Number
role
one,
of James Bond.
he's Jewish. That's all you need.
well,
Done.
there was a two-part question. Which one was your favorite Pierce Brosnan movie?
If I had to pick my favorite,
It's the one with Terry Hatcher.
man, it's really hard. It's either
it's
The World Is
Goldeneye.
Not Enough or It's Die Another Day.
I mean, GoldenEye gave us the Nintendo 64 game that is viewed as like the best first-person shooter.
It was
For the
for
platform.
a long time.
Dude,
Yeah, I mean,
gave
yeah.
me motion sickness like a motherfucker. I couldn't play that game.
Honestly, it's probably
So-
The World Is Not Enough. If I had to hang the ribbon on one, I'm gonna go with
Is that
The
where they
World
do
Is
the
Not Enough.
satellite? Is
Dude,
that where it's got
isn't-
the satellite
Yeah,
that's
it's the
going to carve a
satellite.
dick
It's
into
the
the
ice.
world?
Yep, and it's the ice friggin'
Dude, oh my
DB7
god, that's my
and-
least favorite of all the
That's where
movies.
he's like
I
spinning
like
on
how
the
over.
ice for
I like
3
how
minutes in
over.
the car.
Yeah, I like how over the top it was. To me, it screamed everything that was James Bond.
And you've definitely got Austin Powers to thank for the switch from Pierce Brosnan to Daniel Craig and becoming very serious and way less whimsical.
Oh
Because
yeah,
Austin Powers comes out and they're like, all right, well, we can't do this anymore. We've got to figure out how to keep
Well,
James Bond relevant.
and it's adapting to the times, right? So I mean, if you look at the evolution of James Bond, I mean, as it moves through the year, excuse me, through the
Holy
years.
shit.
Yeah, I'm
Just
moving through.
happened.
I'm moving
First
through
vomit
something.
on camera. Here we go.
As you move through the years, they've got to update it, right? Like, I mean, so one of the things that dated Goldfinger for me was the tech that they used, right? The James Bond gadgets. You know, the gadgets getting more and more and more. And as you move into the Daniel Craig era, we've got to embrace internet and network connectivity and a new queue. I mean, yeah, we haven't even discussed the supporting cast. Like M, how much does M, like M for the first 2 Daniel Craig movies was clutch. And now that they've got the new M, fuck that guy, dude. Just call him Pussy Galore because he rolls over.
M is a
fucking-
woman. M is a woman. Q is the guy.
Right.
No.
M isn't a woman in the newest movies because M,
that right?
the woman, died.
Moneypenny.
M
No.
hasn't always been a woman too.
Hasn't always. No.
Is that right?
Yeah. In Goldfinger, M was a man.
Yeah.
In this one, I felt really bad for her. I thought Moneypenny was highly just used by James Bond. Like she couldn't wait.
It's a touchback to the novels.
wait.
Moneypenny is the safe place for Bond. Like
Sure.
and they
I'll fuck
explore
you
and
Sunday.
they explore
And she's
that in
just
the Roger
Thrilled
Moore
about that.
and they absolutely explore it in the Timothy Dalton series with The Living Daylights and License to Kill. That's all about his relationship with Moneypenny. Both of those movies. So I mean,
Moneypenny.
you know, you got to remember Goldfinger is the 3rd movie in the series. They're still building these characters because a lot of what makes James Bond is the supporting cast. You know, Felix
and Q and the P and the V.
Felix.
Who's Felix? I thought that was Sherlock Holmes.
I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm just
Felix.
I-
Oh, right.
Ben,
right.
what do you
Felix-
want to talk about?
Felix
Ben?
is the guy who's
We're
like,
gonna-
oh,
we're-
look, James
yeah,
Bond.
We're gonna
He's
talk about
just
Felix the cat.
trying to shag.
So-
He's good. We don't need to storm this ranch. He's just chasing Tang.
Yeah.
So wait, to answer Joe's question, the reason I did not like the Pierce Brosnan movies, just too silly, too over the top, too unbelievable.
All right. So
Um,
which one is your favorite and why?
Hey,
Casino
wait.
Roy- it's
Did
Casino
Joe
Royale.
actually pose a question? I don't think he did. It was your question. You
No,
weren't
no, Joe,
answering Joe's.
Joe asked me to put up an argument as to why,
Yeah, they're the same
Um,
same question, but back at Russ.
but Casino Royale is my favorite. I just feel like it's the best. Oh my goodness, it's the best one that
Notifications.
Daniel Craig did. Yeah, I still got
Modern living. Do you want to enlarge your penis?
I do feel
Russ
that
gets 10 of those.
I do feel that Casino Royale do not dropped off towards the end, but I like
Yeah,
the
it was
villain.
too
I like
long.
the plot. I like what I liked about Daniel Craig was just how gritty, real. Like I could see it in life today and not think it was made up. The fight scenes in it too are fucking brutal and they're
Hey.
awesome to watch.
This is true.
Absolutely have to jump in
Yeah.
and say, if you're going to watch a James Bond film for a fight scene, watch the Daniel Craig. Dude,
Mhm.
those are masterfully done. Yeah, those are amazing.
I'll admit, I'll give that to you. Like the move that they made with Bond being more physical, and I think it's just the times. I mean, by the time Pierce Brosnan did his last role of Die Another Day in 2002, that motherfucker's old, right? I mean,
He never looked like he could beat someone up either. He was like
Roger
mean.
Moore did
Damn.
a lot with the physical combat.
Look, if Pierce
um,
Brosnan's going
for
to come to
his
your
role.
house and beat your ass, bro. He'd be, I'll show you physical. Blah, blah.
But-
Dude, he'd just be like an older version of me. trying to beat me up.
I will say Casino Royale is my favorite Craig version. And I want to credit Ben hasn't brought it up, but we're talking about the WAD. We ignored the wankers because who cares who wrote it? That guy's dead.
I mean, you just talked about Ian Fleming. I don't know who wrote the screenplay, but Ian Fleming wrote these novels. Sure. I'm sorry. I'm not the aficionado and I was on vacation. Get your own knowledge. Google's a thing. Jesus Christ.
I'm here. I'm just working through it. Don't be mad because I threw you under the bus.
Before
Martin Campbell directed the first Craig appearance, and he also directed the first appearance of Brosnan in Goldeneye. And I think you see a lot of his influence on what his vision of Bond is in both of those movies. And I think it made Craig. I think that was I believed Casino Royale. I bought into Daniel Craig, and since then, no.
I mean, the whole thing where he goes back to his house and M's with him and stuff was a little too much for me.
Skyfall.
I think that was Skyfall.
Yeah, it's Skyfall.
Quantum of Solace. I thought that was a cool plot. I thought it was gritty and real and everything. I just thought Casino Royale was better.
Hey, I just saw a piece of the trailer for the new Mission Impossible. Dude, how is it that Mission Impossible is getting better with each sequel?
Tom Cruise runs in
amazing.
Tom Cruise runs.
Well, he also flies. He jumps.
Have you guys seen Top Gun? He runs. Spoilers.
No.
Spoilers. He runs. I'm just telling you.
Does he drive a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a better Mission Impossible than number 3? That's the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I know number 2 was a little disappointing. I would have to go back. All these movies have a very much like a, will I rewatch every movie in the series? And for me, generally the answer is no. I will not go back and watch all these fucking movies, but I can't help but see Mission Impossible. And I'm like, this looks fucking great.
Says the guy that rewatches more movies than any of us. I won't go back and watch these movies.
I've slowed way down now that it's a chore.
now that it's a job you don't get paid for.
Although, hey, fun fact, let's get into it because I've been waiting all show to talk about it. I finally got to watch the Beastie Boys story. If you guys haven't watched the Beastie Boys story, holy shit, what a great run through memory. And dude, such a good movie. I knew it was going to be amazing, and it did not disappoint.
Hey, Ben, get out of here.
So fucking heartfelt, dude.
Get out. Do you know what we're talking about? But wait, before you go, could you answer the question? Do you have a favorite Bond movie?
Favorite Bond movie?
Yeah.
It's the one with Beyonce. No.
An actor. Which actor is your favorite?
Wait,
Bond?
Do you mean Halle Berry?
I remember what? No, the second Bond with Heather Graham, Austin Powers is actually the best of the 3. But do you remember when they do the Annie song and it's Hard Knock Life? I mean, come on. Anyway, me, you complete me. All right. In my childhood, definitely Sean Connery was like, oh, this is James Bond. Sean Connery is the silkiest fucking badass there is. Pierce Brosnan, I always felt like was just too campy, but I would watch Terry Hatcher eat a sandwich, whatever. Daniel Craig in Casino Royale. Denise Richards was in one too, wasn't she? Anyway, Craig in the modern ones just brings a level of spy thriller that I want to watch. But the best, I gotta go the classic. Like, even though this movie, it's funny, my sister-in-law walked in and was like, testosterone in a movie. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty fucking awful and it's really dated. But dude, Sean Connery before he turns into Medicine Man is just so smooth. And, I wish he had the chance to, well, see, here's the thing. If he were to make a slightly less sexist James Bond, Sean Connery would have no interest. He's literally on camera saying sometimes you need to slap a woman in order to get the hysterics out. This dude was 1960s James Bond. Like, I don't condone it, but he is the dude. The end of this movie, when he's like, don't you dare get us rescued. I've got to plow you under this fucking parachute. It's like, holy shit, that's the end of the movie? Is don't get us rescued. I'm about to penetrate you. Holy
dude,
fuck,
but so many of them ended that way. So many of them ended that way. I mean,
every chick
all
in
the
this
way
movie.
all the way up until like Moonraker with Lewis Gilbert as the director was probably the only one that didn't end that way. And then you had John Glenn as a director. He got to have a run from Your Eyes Only from 81 all the way through License to Kill. So he's the only director that covered, well, no, he's not the only director, but he covered the most films, 5 films. He wrote the Money Penny storyline.
Joe did some fucking research. Look at this
I mean,
shit.
I got Google up in
Beautiful.
front of me.
Hey, but let's talk about Moonraker for a minute. Cited by Donald Trump as the way California should be fighting their fires. Like, we're here in June. It's looming ahead of us. Nobody wants another year of skies of black, and by 2 p.m. it looks like you're in nighttime.
Hey, we voted Trump out of office.
Moonraker, rake those fucking forests. Rake them.
Yeah, cut them down. Management.
No, don't
it's
cut
a
them down.
thing.
We need the forests.
But
Get
cut
the
the
dead brush
undergrowth.
No, they might.
Everybody
burn. Let's just get
agrees
rid
it's
of them.
got to be done. Finland has the.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
that's
Here
enough
we
of that.
go. Yeah, that's enough.
I've been listening to too much Fly on the
So-
Wall.
The other question that I wanted to pose to Ben:
Sure,
All right.
I would love to answer a question right now.
what's your favorite Sean Connery movie?
Mm.
Here, Ben. Let me give you the options. Doctor
Okay.
No from Rush.
No,
Doctor.
wait. Just Sean. He's not saying Bond.
Oh, Sean
Yeah,
Connery
so
movie.
Connery
Oh,
altogether.
okay.
So
all right,
here's
all right,
here's
fair
the
enough.
big ones.
give me 4 or 5 to choose from.
Well, so this one would be one. The Rock is
Done. The Rock. Done. You don't need to
I
go
knew-
any
I
further.
knew you were
Welcome
done.
to The Rock, baby.
Done.
God
I knew
damn,
you were
that
gonna
movie's
pick The Rock.
good.
I knew you
Dude.
were gonna pick The Rock.
Come on. That movie is so fucking good, bro.
It is pretty
like,
good.
Ed Harris plays the bad guy, but you feel for him. You get it. He is there because they won't acknowledge these fucking soldiers who have died. Come on, let's talk about The Rock right now. Nicolas Cage, probably his best performance.
Yeah.
God, yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
Face
Stanley
Off.
Goodspeed. Come
Face
on, how
Off,
many
though.
characters do you know the name of Nicolas Cage movies? That's one for me. I love. give me a couple more, but The Rock is the winner.
No, I know it's The Rock for you because you've actually told me this before. Indiana Jones is a big one.
Oh, man,
Oh.
that was really good. He's
Oh,
really good.
God, you're
He's
gonna get me
really
teary-eyed.
good. He's really
Welcome
good.
to Red Wine and crying for no reason, dude. I saw that movie in the theater. That it definitely
about-
a tie.
What about
Definitely a tie for number 1.
the Untouchables?
Untouchables is great. My childhood,
Um,
that was the badass. Yeah, bring a knife to a gunfight, fucking Irish.
Yeah.
He's got the bottle of whiskey in the oven. Love the Untouchables.
What about, so for me, my favorite, I don't know if it's my favorite performance of his, but it's my favorite movie. He's
Jurassic
not even
Park?
Russian, but Hunt for Red October.
Oh, bro, he's
Um,
so bad.
It's
He's
not
so-
good.
It's like
not good.
you watch half of that movie
It's
and he's
not
trying to do
good.
the Russian accent, and then they're just like, Sean, just do your Scottish,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Just
We
cut it
picked you
out.
for this role. It's okay.
Alec Baldwin, though. Yeah, no. Hunt for Red October is great.
I'm big into maritime. Joe knows I've got a ship's wheel bigger than the one behind him right now.
Hey,
No
no ship wheel shaming allowed here.
You know, I was recently in Rockport, Massachusetts, and there was a little shop that had a number of wooden boats, but I thought way too cheesy. I didn't grab one.
Finding Forrester is another big one, and
You're the man
Oh,
now, dog.
Damn, I forgot about
That's all I
his role
ever
in
think
Finding
about that
Forrest.
movie is the
That's a really
previews.
good movie.
You're the
And
man.
then
Is
last but not
I like
least,
Finding Forrest. Forrester.
it? Okay, let's circle back to that. Do last but not least, and let's get back to Finding Forrester because let's talk some shit. What do you got?
Dragonheart.
Come
Oh my
on.
God.
Quit
Come on,
fucking
really?
around.
Stop.
Finding Forrester, what's
Stop.
the best inspiring teacher movie? You got Dangerous Minds with Pfeiffer, Finding Forrester. I'm almost to the best one. Is anybody going to say it?
The one
Yeah,
you
we
guys
already
made me
did it.
watch. The one
Dead
you
Poet
made me watch.
Society. Dead Poet
Yeah,
Society.
Dead Poets. Dead Poets.
Yeah.
All right, you got me. You
Yeah.
got me. But
What were you
second-
gonna say, dumbass?
Second place, fucking Stand and Deliver, but dude, Edward
What?
James almost, bro. Lou
right.
Diamond Phillips.
All
God,
right.
that movie's good.
All right. Not as good as Dead Poet Society, but
No, I agree. No, I could go on about Robin Williams. I recently watched The Thing.
But
I
wait.
just watched Good Morning Vietnam again for the first time. And
I have a question for everybody.
is it about Robin Williams? Because I really want to talk about Robin Williams.
No, it's
'cause
not
his
about Robin
loss
Williams. It's actually
is-
about the movie we're doing tonight.
Oh.
It's 007 Goldfinger, right?
Okay.
Crazy.
Ben, have
I
a little
know,
more
right?
wine. Let's do
Oh,
that
bro.
wine thing.
I'm a bottle and a half in. I don't need any more.
Pussy galore.
Love
That
it.
actually happened.
Yeah.
That got and
Back
it's-
in my early 30s.
dude.
Oh, no, the character.
Before you.
Bro, I read a little
Good
trivia
shot,
bit
good
that
shot.
they had a super suggestive response to him hearing her name. And they were like, no, it's too on the nose. And they cut it out and they made him get more
But,
reserved.
dude, her name is too on the nose. Get the
Agreed.
fuck out of here.
Agreed.
Like, I mean, I watched
Pussy
this movie
Galore's
with
Flying
my
Circus. I bet you Michael Palin was like, I almost want to sue.
dude.
No, it sounds more like John Cleese. Michael
Dude.
Palin was like, fuck it.
I watched
There's
this movie
another-
with my almost 13-year-old son, and I had to explain that.
Did you? I mean, now the question has to be asked. Did you have to?
Yes, the questions were persistent.
He was
But-
like, no,
but-
explain to me.
But when I
Dad."
mentioned the squadron of flying pussy that knocked half the town out with their queef gas,
Oh, that's the third one. Third time. Here we go.
I'm done.
You said 2 times, Joe.
I
gonna
couldn't
have to-
resist. It came up.
This
Dude,
And
the
to
nerve
episode is
satisfy my
gonna-
13-year-old son. Come on.
The way they made the American mobsters look in this movie was ridiculous. They take that guy to the fucking car crushing yard. There's no dead body in the
No
back
blood.
of that fucking
Dude,
car.
and gold don't.
But
squish
apparently
like
there's
that.
$1 million in gold that
Yeah.
they're like, bring it back.
no.
We need
Just,
that
just
million
the
in
boxes
gold.
of gold that they put in his trunk were bigger than the square of that car.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can we
dude,
can
Odd
we
Job.
talk about
What about Odd Job?
All right, let's talk about
Yeah.
Odd Job.
Odd Job?
Bro, like,
come on.
Come on. This guy that character, honestly, is one of the longest lasting things in culture from this movie.
Oh,
That
yeah.
poor guy tried to get into other shit and could never shake the Odd Job.
Bit of a
Uh,
butch.
Yep. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. Somebody else say something. I can't articulate.
he doesn't even like they every now and then they put a big guy in a movie and they have some like athletic guy who's a boxing champion run up and punch him like 13 times in the stomach and the face, and then the guy just smiles back at him. But that guy's always like 7 feet tall, 300 pounds of pure muscle, and they do a good job of showing that to you. This guy's like 5'7",
in a tux.
just kind of like
Got a
dad
fucking bowler
bod.
hat on or whatever it is.
he just
when he takes the head off the statue. Oh, come on.
No,
dude.
that was
Yeah,
great.
what even-
that was great.
what even was that? I couldn't figure out if his hat was sharp or if it was heavy.
No, in
Right?
that instance, it
Right?
was sharp. In that instance, it was sharp. But when he
But
knocks the
sometimes
chick
it's just
out-
heavy.
but sometimes it's just heavy.
Hey, he's got different hats.
But hey,
Motherfuckers
hey,
own more than
hey.
one hat. I got like 5.
He,
None of them cut
it
the head
killed
off the
him because it
statue.
was sharp, right? Like it wedged in the bars, and he was. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it, but it.
Oh, the
but
final
again,
fight.
you're talking
with
about the
Odd Job.
third. You're talking about the
Oh,
third installment in what might arguably be the longest running theatrical movie production ever.
True. I mean, this eclipses The Simpsons. So
At least in theater, as far as
what's
Is it
bigger?
really?
Is there anything bigger that's lasted since the 60s?
I don't think so. I
I
don't think
don't
there
think
is a
so.
single longer.
When was
running
the
franchise.
first Jurassic Park? No, I'm fucking
James Bond has been from 1962 till the present, and they have a new
Hey,
one in the works.
Sherlock Holmes. Now, I don't know if he's had
No.
as many movies, but Sherlock Holmes has more, I would say, probably literature. I might throw out Sherlock Holmes.
No, I'm saying theatrical continuity.
I found it. I
What
found
other
one that's
series has
longer.
run longer?
What is it?
Longer. What is it?
Godzilla has run longer.
Man, fuck that. There ain't no continuity in those fucking Godzilla
on, give us
films.
real
Get
people.
the fuck out of here, dude. This motherfucker shows up and wants to posit Godzilla against James Bond. Are we having this? Why do I show up every week?
I'm not saying
I
it's
saw a
better.
really good thing. Go ahead, Russ. Go ahead.
You're just dismissing it because you didn't like it as much, but based on the criteria that you said it is, it
Criteria. Criteria.
Hey, whatever.
I said
anyway. I say
Quantum
melee
of-
and it's melee. People fuck with me for that. I saw a thing
Quantum
about
of Solace.
Tarasque has got to avoid having a breath weapon to not be Godzilla, and I thought, God, you're right. That's fucking crazy.
It's Tarrasque. Who
It's
pronounced
Tarasque.
Tarasque.
Yeah,
Tarrasque.
I actually just found another
No,
website.
first
that
you got to
backs
break
it
the
up.
tie on the Tarasque question.
No, it's Tarrasque, you idiot.
You
But
Thank
motherfucker.
fucking God. This is
no, it's true.
it's taken
no,
this
but
many episodes for me to realize why Russ and I are friends.
I found another website that backs up my findings. The longest running film series of all time is Godzilla. The second longest is James Bond.
Wow.
All right.
Well, there you go.
All right.
There you
And
go.
number 3 is just the Marvel universe as a whole.
Oh, I believe
Why
that.
is
Marvel
that? What's the
Universe
first
is
one
gonna
they
take
cite?
I
don't know,
I'm
but,
genuinely interested.
Iron
But
Man.
number
What's the
4
first
is
one
Star
they
Trek.
cite?
Star Trek is after Marvel.
Howard the Duck? Like, Howard the Duck is Marvel.
God damn,
I'll do a little more research. You guys talk.
I really want to know. Hey, on my plane flight, I've been on vacation. Watch the New Mutants. Skip it. Yeah. Too bad. What a good comic and a bad movie.
It was all right. It was a fun watch.
Was it fun?
I mean,
Although I will
with me
say
and my
the lady who
kids.
plays Magic, who was in the Queen's Gambit, who was in a movie I really want to watch by the guy who did Shaun of the Dead, Last Night in Soho, who's married to Marcus Mumford from Mumford and Sons. She was good in that movie as Magic, which is one of my favorite like mutant characters from the X-Men.
How many James Bond movies have you seen, Ben?
I mean, I've seen a few, but I'll admit, like, I don't seek them out anymore.
But how many have you seen? Like, have you seen the Roger Moore? Are you even passingly familiar with the Roger Moore era? Right?
Hey, bro. Hey, they've been interweaved. I've been watching movies since I was a kid. They've been interweaved. I definitely remember Roger Moore. Interwoven. I remember Timothy Dalton. One of the reasons I loved him in Hot Fuzz was because he's James Bond, and they play on that just a little bit.
To me, Timothy Dalton is like the better version of Pierce Brosnan. Sorry, Joe.
No, I agree.
No, I mean, I'm not mad with that.
I'm
I'm not mad with that. I really enjoyed Timothy Dalton's portrayal.
Dalton could have had his day in the sun. For
I
sure.
think he got stuck at the end of the director's vision. So he came in for the last 2 movies of John Glenn's tenure as the director. And I think he got roped into wrapping up the Moneypenny narrative.
Agreed.
Like
and it was like, fuck it, I don't want to be anymore. Now,
John Glenn wanted to explore
from
that.
Silverado?
No,
No, that's Scott Glenn. My bad.
His fucking guy.
Did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
You know, I wish I was like 25 again so that I felt
Who
I could
fucking doesn't?
Sign me up. Shit.
Jesus
I just have
Christ!
so
What an
much fun.
My
understatement of the
shoulder
fucking century.
I mean,
It's
I would
just
have so
looming
much
ahead
fun.
of you. Eternal darkness. Give me the fucking time back.
Well, the point I was trying to make is I would have so much more fun talking about pussy galore if I was back then.
right.
True.
We all would. Like, I mean,
True.
that's but
Now I'm like,
it's low
she's
hanging.
somebody's daughter.
It's low hanging fruit, and based on how she looks age wise in the movie, it's probably definitely low hanging fruit.
Yeah, definitely the oldest of the chicks.
Yeah.
I wrote a note in my thing that I will not repeat, but you know, Sean Connery definitely has a pick of about 4 different really prime ladies in this. The lady who actually gets sprayed down with gold, I would say, is the tops.
Oh yeah, no, I mean in this movie,
100%.
probably.
Her sister, though, I love.
Wait,
that
but you can't ignore the pussy
plane-
squadron though.
Right. No, they were good. The plane where you can drive the car into the front and they take you to Switzerland.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
oh, we got another one up in half an hour for you, Mr. Bond. Give me a fucking break. I spent 14 hours to get here from across the country. Fuck you, Southwest. Anyway, like he's got a car made of gold. Connery's got an Aston Martin that takes over, and she's got a Ford Mustang, and she's the asshole who can't shoot, who's passing him on narrow roads. Like the American view in this movie is Americans are all dipshits.
Oh, but that's consistent. That's consistent through the series.
I mean, I'm not lying.
They always
I deal with them
even-
every
even-
day. Americans
even-
are dipshits.
I mean, Felix is the American contact that reoccurs
Included.
consistently throughout the movies, and even in the most recent one, they give him the most respect in the most recent one. But still, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, we are
Scissor
idiots.
me.
Scissor me, Xerxes.
Hey, Joe, we hate to. That's only funny to people who actually watch the whole video on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're listening to this, Ben and I just interject with a terrible scissors joke. But
It was funny. I kept talking.
You guys were talking about, or I think Ben in particular wanted to know what the first Marvel movie was.
No, I don't really
Yeah.
give a shit anymore. Ben really
I
wants
was-
to talk more about the Beastie Boys movie. And
No, I was
love
surprised.
you guys. I love
I
you
was
guys. You never
surprised.
know when one of you is going to get taken by cancer, and I really love you guys.
Wow, thanks for putting that
Very-
out in the world.
I mean, it's
Cocksucker.
it's a sad fact, but you know,
I-
if you guys were my MCA and Ad Rock,
Hold on, I gotta fill out some fucking.
I wish I would have got into
the
booze
doctor sent me
earlier.
some paperwork. I need to fill it out now.
All right, Russ, you've got some non-sentimental stuff to say. Go for it.
You know, what's terrible is now like I want to talk about the Marvel thing, but now that you said that, I just have to share with you guys. I don't know why, but I keep thinking these days like I'm gonna go early, and it's gonna be something like
Don't
getting into-
fucking say that.
Yeah, stop.
I know.
dude.
My
Absolutely
wife
not.
is-
You're
You
super
guys-
healthy.
I kn-
You've got a
I
wonderful
know that
lifestyle. Your
it's
wife is
true.
going
I
to keep
get-
you alive.
I just took all the blood tests, and they said I'm perfect except my cholesterol, which I can work on.
Just
But I know Sonia can hear this right now, and she's probably in the other room. Like, I'm gonna have things to say.
It's gonna end up being because you didn't ride your bike every day. I mean, that's what's
Hey.
gonna be the final deciding factor.
Let's-
Like you should have
let's
been
take-
on your bike, Russ.
I
Russ,
should have been on my
you've gotta
bike.
get-
Did you guys see that picture?
I did.
Fucking ridiculous.
really funny. Russ, you've got to tell us some Marvel stuff, but really quick, we got to say, like, Joe, we're happy you've turned the corner, man. You gotta stick around,
Hey.
bro.
no reason to
It's
air my dirty
true.
laundry. I've turned
You
the
were
corner.
chasing the Grim
Love you
Reaper for a
guys.
little bit
Hey.
there.
Love you guys.
Anyways,
We're 101 shows in, and this is a show where we say
Everybody's
platonic
entitled
love
to it.
through 3 males is possible.
Everybody's
over an
entitled to a
hour long.
midlife crisis. I'm good.
If
I made
anyone
it.
has actually watched it this far, I just want to say thank you, Alex and Jason.
Yes.
But
Alex,
this
Jason, Billy,
Billy,
George, our
And
newest, and anybody else,
Don't
feel
miss-
free to leave a comment.
don't
Leave a
miss.
comment that says, "Don't leave me out." We
Yeah.
want to not
Yeah.
leave you out.
who's watching?
But
Who's
70
watching?
of you
If-
out of
if
34
you actually
don't say
made
shit.
it, wait, if you actually made it this far, you should know, like, special Easter egg. This is one of the first episodes in a long time where we brought nothing in advance. And
It's
We
all
just-
just straight
we
shooting,
have just
baby.
had alcohol and some big names and just gone on tangents. And speaking of which,
That
the
might be the
first
new name
Marvel
for the
movie,
show.
the first Marvel movie was Captain America, and it was 1944.
Way back when. Yeah, it was
Hey,
awful. That's
wow.
right.
Yeah.
Marvel.
And they did not make another movie. They didn't make another movie for 33 years.
Yeah,
But
because it
that's
was
an
so
official
fucking bad.
Marvel Studios production.
I mean, it's
no, it was by Republic Pictures.
Yeah, no, I'd be more interested in the Marvel Studios franchise specifically.
I mean,
Well, and then
Because
the second one
with
was-
the most recent Marvel movie, the rights for the X-Men have finally expired. And I'm talking completely out of my ass here.
have
I
you seen
believe-
Multiverse?
Yes, but I believe Fox finally lost their rights, and
Okay.
I believe Marvel got them back. And the first time I've seen an official Marvel movie, and Professor Xavier was in it. So it's early days yet.
Mm. Now,
But I am
James
dying.
McAvoy or Picard?
Picard.
Okay.
It's always Picard. Picard is the best. But hey,
Well,
Ben,
No,
fun
I mean
fact,
Hey,
McAvoy
Days of
is
Future Past, man.
McAvoy is
Days
an
of Future
amazing fucking reimagining
yeah.
of fucking.
Days of Future
I'm
Past
not
was
mad at it,
super
dude.
fucking
I
solid.
am not mad at it.
I haven't seen it yet, and I see a lot of memes, and I gotta wonder what's fake news and what's actually in the movie.
No, they have finally
They-
got the rights back, and they are laying the seeds. Like,
All right,
Marvel.
Really quick, one honest question:
Marvel
do
are
they really
geniuses.
make John Krasinski Captain Marvel, or not
John
Captain Marvel?
Krasinski.
Fucking Reed Richards, Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Do they really Krasinski? And then his wife Emily Blunt is Sue Storm.
I don't remember seeing
You don't
his
know who
wife
that
in
is,
it.
but-
he's
all right,
in
I
there.
gotta see
Well,
that
his wife wasn't in there, but I can tell you in the alternate universe that they existed in, his character didn't last long, so it's all good.
right.
I
I
want to
gotta watch
say
that movie.
James McAvoy was pretty good as Professor X, but Michael Fassbender as Magneto, fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, you can't argue with that.
Pretty
Dude,
good.
Funny,
when he
complete.
kills those German guys in the bar, I have watched that on YouTube.
Wait, are you talking
probably
Inglorious
50 times.
Bastards?
No, no, he just he finds some Nazis in a bar.
Sometimes I hate you, man.
Hey, hey, before I forget, just because Ben mentioned it, Howard the Duck was 1986, and it was the sixth Marvel movie
Really?
in creation. Also, fun fact, where was I? I was being made. I was born in 1986.
And that's a
Good for you.
visual.
Dude,
Everybody
86
gets
is
to
coming
take
up a
their-
lot.
Yeah.
86
Mhm.
is coming up a lot.
Yeah. Top
I got
Gun's the
2
number one
episodes of
movie.
Stranger Things 4 to finish, and plenty of 86 references.
That's fucking hilarious.
I think I've said everything I have to say, and I've
I have
said an
drank
awful
way
lot.
too much wine. I'm ready to be
Yep.
done.
This bottle's empty. Thank you, me, for
Yep.
getting there.
Like,
Yep, this one.
subscribe, join the Covered in Film family. We might mention you next
Comment,
time.
man. Comment.
Oh,
Come on.
oh.
Give us some comments.
Just
Jesus
to
H.
reiterate,
Christ on a crutch.
Covered in Film gives Goldfinger a C+.